Why hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield. I want to talk about a little bit this and what not to get in the RiseToWar stores. And again, I will tell you why you should get it in certain scenarios and maybe why you shouldn't get it in other scenarios. Okay? So there are some boxes that I highly recommend. If you're going to pay real money in RiseToWar, and I always tell you guys there's great ways to be able to get stuff in this game. I highly recommend these daily things. They're not very, a daily one and a monthly one for these coins and gems. I think it's worth it if you're going to spend any money. That's a great way to spend money. Of course, you can get other things too, but again, these add up over time. I don't have infinite money myself. Oh, look, that gave me 50 gems. That was cool. Occasionally, this free daily one will give you 50 gems. But there's other ways you can earn stuff too. But what should you spend it on? Of course, you should come in here and do your daily free roll. If you're getting those 200 a day from that weekly, do your free one and your free 200. Your one 200 roll. Do that daily roll. You get good stuff for free to play in that. What not to get is these things, okay? So this is these. It looks really cool. It looks really intriguing, but I'm gonna tell you why I highly recommend for free-to-play players not to use this, okay? If you are a not free-to-play player and you're planning on spending a lot of money, this is probably worth it because you're going to get something out of it no matter what. But this is a lot, okay? And the reason I'm kind of ragging on this a little bit, and I feel like RiseToWar team, maybe you can kind of buff this one up to give better stuff as you roll, even if you're not going to do 30 chests. So the premise of this one is you will be able to obtain at least one piece of flawless equipment, which is the gold stuff, after opening 30 chests. 30, okay? This progress will be reset after you obtain one. So you could do more. You could do 60 openings, and you'll be guaranteed to get 2. You can switch it from good side and evil side, but what is not good about this is it only gives you like one item or one thing every time you roll. So normally you get like 3 things from the normal chest. If you roll 1 coin or get your free daily roll, you get that. It's 800. I rolled 800 gems, and this is not me just being bitter. It's a little frustrating. I'm a little bit angry about it, I will say. Okay, I'm not totally not bitter about it. Not bitter, I'm just a little frustrated about it, okay? Because for me, I'm like a mid player. I spend a little money on the game, but not a ton. I'm not a whale, but at the same time, I'm not completely free to play, even though I play a lot of earning free stuff still. Free to play. I rolled 800 coins. I got 1 Lammas bread. 1. So 800 gems for 1 Lammas respect item. Not 8, 1. This is the lowest level respect item in the game. It is for a tier 1 commander. It's for Haldir and him. You need literally like hundreds of these to respect upgrade. And I got 1 for 800 gems. Okay, I'm just going to say that outright. Again, I love RiseToWar. I completely support the game. I play it all the time. I make videos about it all the time. I'm obviously a supporter of this game. So this isn't me totally attacking the game. But this particular thing, that is a ripoff, okay? That is a complete ripoff. Most people are not going to be able to roll this 30 times. Let's just real quickly do the math here. And again, I don't want to be totally destroying the game on this. But let's do, so 800 gems times 30. That's 24,000 gems to guaranteed 1 gold item. Now, if you rolled it 30 times, there's a high chance that a couple of those might also be gold items. There's a small chance, so that's good, right, as you're rolling. But the fact that, let's say, a free-to-play player might only have 800 gems, and they roll their 800 gems and get a blue respect item, that's just not uncalled for. I'm going to say it right now. If you roll 800 gems, you should at minimum get a purple item. It should be a minimum of purple respect item or a purple armor piece. Minimum. There should not even be an option of the other ones. 800 gems is a lot. I know people are like, oh, well, that might unbalance the game. Well, then lower the price on the thing. You know what I mean? Okay, so again, let's just see. How much is 24,000 gems in this game, okay? Let's say I was going to purchase gems. 24,000 gems is $100. It's right here. You just can't see it behind the screen. Here, I'll go away for a second so you can see. Whoop, there we go. Now, granted, the first time you get it each season, you double it, right? Whoop-de-doo, right? So, realistically, the money is there. That is nice, by the doubling thing. It's $100, okay? So, you're guaranteed 1 gold item for $100. You might get other stuff on the way, but the fact that, again, gems, 800 gems is $4. If you do the math here, 200 right? Times 4, that's $4, right? It's $4, okay. But to get 1 respect item for that, for a game, that's not good. And here's why. Let's compare something here. Let's compare something. Let's say I'm going to speed up my healing of my troops here. If I want to speed up 3 hours of healing of real time, I could use a 3-hour boost with gems. It's 108. Remember, it was 800 gems for 1 respect item? This is reasonable to me, that like if you want to speed up your healing of your troops, you use some of your gems you earned or you bought. 100. 200. I could speed up 16, almost 20 hours of healing or building or whatever it is for that same 1 respect item, which, by the way, if we go to the respect thing, I'm sorry, I'm not going to rant anymore on this, okay? I promise. We're just going to get this last thing. If I go to Haldir here, or Boromir, let's go to Boromir, and I'm going to give him respect, okay? So I go to the respect. 1 respect item gives him 40 respect. Look at how much I need to get to rank 9. I need 1,080. Okay? So, and by the way, mind you, for your normal 5, here's another way to see it in your head, okay? Your normal roll, so if you want to do 1 coin roll, if you want to purchase 1 coin, it's 400 gems, okay? So if I rolled twice, it would be the same as that 800. Let me just roll once. 1 coin for you in the regular box. This is what you should be using your stuff on. I got a blue weapon. And by the way, I take it back. The blue Lammet spread isn't the lowest respect. The green ones are. The green ones work for anyone on the evil or good side. But pretty much the blue one is the direct character respect item. Okay? It's still pretty much the lowest one. Blue and green are kind of on the same level. But I got 3 things for half the price. Okay? Basically. Half the price. Now let's roll 1 more. Oh, look at that. More greens than a blue one. Again, I got all these things for the same 800 gems. 1 respect item. I got like 2 respect items, 2 blue swords and stuff. And those are low rolls. Sometimes you'll get a purple item, a gold item, all this kind of stuff. The fact that it's only 1 item, I think, bothers me too with this particular thing. I think if you're rolling 800 gems, it should be 3 items at minimum, right? Because if you're doing 2 coins that are worth the same amount, that gives you 6 items. So shouldn't this one give us a minimum of 3? Half? Maybe 6? Maybe you should give 6 items, right? For that 800. Even if a lot of them are lower respect, right? I just think that is kind of a ripoff, personally. Okay? Again, I love RiseToWar, I support it, but this particular thing, I think that RiseToWar should adjust. So this is me giving a suggestion to RiseToWar that this should be a little bit changed, and I think the whole idea behind this is more for people who pay money for the game and want to have a, you know, they don't want to have too easy of a margin to get free gold items, right? So they want to make it where, well, if you're going to not get it with the 1% chance on your free daily roll, then you have to spend, you know, $100 to guarantee one, right? So, like, it's a way that people who play for the game can get armor that are high tier without just random chance. But, like, even then, if you're going to spend $100, I would much rather probably just roll down on a regular chest, which gives you purple items and this and that and respect and all this other stuff. And then you still, with $100 of rolls, you'll probably still get 2 or 3 gold items, right? The chances are pretty high. So, I highly recommend, what do I recommend? To support RiseToWar in the way, what do I recommend if you are going to pay your money on? You could do this if you want to, but I really think it's a rip-off, this particular one. And also the ones that have increased chance for drops, I found that those weren't very good when I used a little bit of those. Again, this is more geared towards free-to-play players if you don't want to spend a whole ton of money. But if you are someone that wants to spend money on the game, then you go all in if you want. But I still highly recommend the ones that you get to do 200 rolls in and they guarantee give you stuff. It's like event ones as you go. You've seen some of my opening videos. I highly recommend those. And the regular chests. Those are really good. The reason why those are really good is I'm not a huge proponent of gambling. Okay? I think people should be able to do what they want, but I think gambling becomes an addiction for people, and I think a lot of people are affected by it in very negative ways. And I've had people in my family who are affected by things like that. So I see that happening a lot in video games, especially phone games, right? In ways. I don't mind a little. A little is kind of like fun and balance if you're getting something no matter what, right? So again, these normal rolls, even though I might not always get exactly what I want, I'm getting something for it. Like in normal gambling, right? When you do gambling, there's a chance you'll just lose everything, that you won't get anything back, right? There's a high chance of that. In these kind of things, especially RiseToWar, with this particular one, is that when you roll, no matter what, you're going to get something in return, right? It might not be as high value as you want, right? But you'll get something in return, right? And that's why I think this isn't quite on the same level as like extreme gambling, right? I think it's more like, oh, well, it's randomized, and no matter what, you're going to get something, right? And I will say, if you're free to play and you're doing your daily rolls, you do get gold items on your free daily rolls. I've gotten like probably 5 or 6 of mine through that, maybe more. And I've gotten a bunch of my high tier 3 commander letters from free rolls, like 4 of them. So it does work. So they do give you stuff as a free to play player. So that's good. But this one feels more like towards real gambling. Granted, if you pay enough, you're guaranteed that thing, so you're just gonna get it, that's good. That's not really gambling. You're paying this much, you're getting your item. But if you're a free-to-play player and you only have 800 gems, maybe 1,600, you've been saving them for weeks, and you roll on this and you only get 1 blue respect item for 800 gems, that's gonna really demoralize some people, and it's gonna make them feel like they have to spend more, right? Even if they don't have it. And that's where this one kind of bothers me a little bit in that area. And again, RiseToWar, I'm not attacking you guys. I really love the game. I know you have to make money to support the game because the game is technically free to play, right? But this is how they make their money, just like other games like League of Legends and stuff. But again, I'm comparing League of Legends because like skins, cosmetics, a lot of games do that. But cosmetics and stuff, even though sometimes I think they're overpriced in some games, cosmetics, once you have it, it's yours, you're buying it. It's an item. It's not rolling. It's not gambling for that item, right? I like that RiseToWar, at least in the gambling sense, this one always gives you something in return. The other one feels like it doesn't give you something in return. And that's why I highly recommend the other chests that you'll see if you want to go watch my opening ones on the Legacy playlist here of the ones that guarantee a little list. Every time you open a certain amount of boxes, you also just get items, and you'll get the normal bunches of items while you're rolling. Those are the ones I recommend for the game. Anyway, didn't mean to make this like a ranty one, but I really need to talk to my RiseToWar fans about this and let you guys know what I thought and what I felt about it. I rolled 800 gems against my better judgment because I did last year too. And I was like, well, I'm just going to roll 800, see what I get. And it gave me 1 blue respect item. I was like, are you kidding me? It's like, I want my money back. So I just wanted to warn other people about that. If you want to kind of do that gamble and put that in, go for it. That's up to you. But, be careful. There's other better ways to spend your gems if you earn them or you bought them in this game, in my opinion, okay? Again, RiseToWar is a fun game. It's a really good game. I feel like out of all phone games, it's one of the more balanced ones. Good job, RiseToWar. Please keep keeping it like that where it doesn't become super pay to win. I know there's some aspects that can feel that way in this game, but if you have a team, even if you're a free-to-play player, you can still enjoy the game and have fun. If you're all by yourself and you're getting crushed by like 20, 30 players, that's not going to be fun. So find a fellowship. Enjoy. If you go to any of my live streams, you can go to within a week of any of my live streams, there's a link that's good for 1 week that you can click to join our Discord if you want to talk to us. We also play Lotra on this channel, a lot of fun stuff. But thanks for watching. Thanks to my Patreon. Subscribe button's there. Next episode's up there for RiseToWar. And I do a lot of guides for this game too, by the way. If you want to see some guides, subscribe for that as well. And Lotra Tale, where I do voiceovers in Lord of the Rings Online. Hence the name of the channel, Voice of the Rings. Baruch Hazard, Kuzad menu. Stay happy, my friends, and I'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. See ya.